What is up, Finesse family? Hopefully, everybody is having a great day today. Hola, ¿cómo estás? Ni hao. Hopefully, you guys are having a great day today. If you're new to the channel, my name is Mrs. B Finesse of millennialfinessemindset.com. And today, guys, we are tackling these different secrets, right? We want to know, how do we keep building the perfect body? How do we keep ourselves aligned where we can keep our body aligned, we can do what we need to do internally, and keep our body functioning as a well-oiled machine it is? Well, you're going to find out the secrets today, guys. So make sure you listen to the end of the video. If you have any comments, make sure you comment in the stream or after in the comment section. We'll be sure to get your questions answered. Also, guys, if you haven't, make sure that you subscribe to the second channel that I have. It's called Educate Mrs. B Finesse, and we talk about financial literacy there. Me being a wife, a mother, an educator, having so much experience in so many different things in life, I try to take that, chunk it down into some simple, digestible topics and simple tactics to help you guys in life. So make sure if you haven't subscribed to that channel, and also check out my website, millennialfinessemindset.com. Guys, we have blog posts there, the different services I offer. You can shop for merch, just like the shirt I have on. There's so much stuff there, guys, for you guys to just get involved and just stay encouraged, right? So we have shirts, we have stuff for women, we have all kind of products for kids, all kind of stuff for you guys. So guys, make sure you guys check it out. Also, there's so much information in the blog post, guys. Stuff about education, health and fitness, mindset, focus, motivation, money, all kind of things there. So guys, make sure you guys check those things out. So without any further ado, I definitely want to get into figuring out what are these secrets. Okay, guys, we're going to bring in an expert in the profession that's going to talk about ways to build the perfect body. All right, guys. So once again, let's bring them to the stage. We have Sedrek, the inner trainer. How are you doing today, Sedrek?
I'm blessed, Miss B Finesse. I'm definitely excited to dig into this topic today. Um, this topic has come through and from many years of experience, and these are just five. They're five of my best kept secrets to building the perfect body. If you follow through with these five secrets, I can guarantee that you can build your perfect body, your ideal body. This comes from 20 years of experience. I've been in the wellness industry for 20 years, certified personal trainer for over 20 years, like 1 year to be exact, and a certified nutritionist for 11 years. So I spent a lot of time in this industry. I've helped hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of clients reach their perfect body, their ideal body. And I'm going to break all of those 20 years into five golden nuggets that if you follow through with these things, you can build your ideal or your perfect body. So I'm super excited, Ms. B, to jump into this. So,
all
Ms.
right,
B, before we jump, I was just going to ask you before we jump into this.
Yeah.
Have you ever experienced like a protocol or follow through with a protocol or certain things that you thought that was going to build your ideal body? Like, have you ever looked at a show or followed through with some type of thing that they were saying or a fad that everybody was doing, and then you followed through with it and it didn't quite work out?
Oh yeah, there's so many different things. My biggest thing is I never really liked diets or fad, I don't know, medicine or pills. I always liked moving, exercising because I play sports. But that didn't mean I didn't try things. I definitely tried the pill of the month. I've definitely tried different things to keep, supposedly to give me energy, which will, what do they call them? What is it called? Where it makes you hot or whatever. Those different type of pills. Yeah, all kind of things. Yes, I've tried a little bit. I can't say I've tried everything because I've always been one to lean towards the exercise and moving side because I like to move. But yes, definitely, I've definitely tried different things.
Okay. Well, just like you and everybody else, we've tried everything. So now I want to get right into if you are interested in weight loss, anybody under the sound of my voice is interested in weight loss, I'm going to give you the magic ratio for weight loss today. Now, there are a million different ways to lose weight that we've seen on TV. We've heard them on the radio. The paleo diet, that's more so consuming a lot of fish. We got the keto diet. That's more so consuming more protein and more healthy fats and then less carbohydrates. We have vegetarian, you're consuming all fruits and vegetables, no meats at all. We have starvation, which means that you're just not eating. And that's the most unhealthy way to lose weight. But if you're not interested in trying all of these different methods to see how they work, and your focus is just on losing weight in general, point blank period, I have the solution for you. After 20 years of just figuring things out and trying different methods for people, I've come up with a ratio. And this ratio is 120 carbs per day and 15 grams of sugar per day. The reason this ratio works so well is you are limiting the amount of sugar in your blood. The complex carbohydrates break down into simple sugars. Okay, so the complex carbohydrates, which are the starches, you only want to take in 120 grams of those per day. So if you're eating 3 meals a day, that's going to break down to 40 grams of carbs per meal. So 40 is 120. And your sugars is 15 grams of sugar per day. So that's going to break down into 5 grams of sugar per meal. Okay. So if you follow this ratio, you will lose weight automatically. With the sugars, I'm saying 15 grams of sugar per day. When people drink like a Pepsi, that's got 29, 30 grams of sugar in it already. So if you're drinking a Pepsi, that's basically 2 days worth of sugar in less than a minute that it takes you to drink it. So you can only imagine how much sugar we're taking in per day, every single day, which is really messing up our system, our body, and the liver, which is where your metabolism is. It can't do anything with that because if you're not active, that means you're not using these sugars in your body, in your blood. So those sugars go to your liver, and your liver converts them and it stores them into body fat, which is what we can see.
Wow.
Subcutaneous body fat's the body fat that we can grab. So we want to limit that amount of sugar in our body. So the magic ratio for weight loss, 120 carbs per day, 15 grams of sugar per day. That's the best ratio to take in. So 40 grams of carbs per meal and only 5 grams of sugar per meal. If you stick to that ratio, it's going to work because you are basically leveling out how many sugars that you're putting in your body. And so once we level that out, now your body can focus more on using your body fat as an energy source, which is what we want to do. So in essence, you'll be able to speed up your metabolism because you're giving your body what it needs when it needs it, not giving it too much. Because if you give your body too much and you're not able to use it, your body is intelligent. It's going to go to the liver again, where your metabolism is, and store it as body fat. Okay, so that's the magic ratio for weight loss. Simple.
So question, as far as the magic ratio for weight loss, when you're saying, is there a certain time of day, from your experience as a personal trainer nutritionist, that our body is metabolizing at the best, peak, or highest? Or does it really depend on how we move as far as that metabolism being bolstered to go as fast or slow? That was a question I generally had.
Okay, it's both. So the time of day that your metabolism is going to be the fastest is when you wake up in the morning, because you've had 6 to 8 hours of sleep. And so your metabolism is going to be the fastest in the morning because your body is ready for food. It's ready for breakfast, and it's breaking a fast. You slept for 6 to 8 hours, you're fasting. You can't eat and sleep at the same time. So you have fasted for 8 hours and your body's ready for that food. So if you work out in the morning, and if you do some HIIT training in the morning too at the same time, and if you work out in a fasted state, you're forcing your body, since you don't have anything in your stomach, to use your body fat as an energy source. So your metabolism is the highest in the morning because your body's revved up and it's ready to go. It's ready for nutrients. So that's why a lot of professionals say and gurus say to have your biggest meal in the morning, because that's when your metabolism is the fastest. And as far as activity is concerned, yes, you can manipulate your body and manipulate your metabolism through your activity as well. The more active you are, even if you're just walking all day. I had a client that she worked at Frito-Lay and she would
Mhm.
just walk all day long. She was a manager. It was a huge plant. So she was, and it was hot in there. So just by
Mhm.
virtue of her environment and being active all day, just walking, she was sweating and burning calories, but she still wasn't losing weight until she got the right nutrients. When she came to me and I customized her nutrition plan, now she was giving her body the nutrition that she needed to balance out her hormones and to balance out her blood sugar levels. And now it just multiplied and took her to the next level as far as her metabolism and her fat burning is concerned. So both of those things, eating in the morning, your metabolism is fastest in the morning, and also activity level, both contribute to that weight loss for sure.
Okay. Wow. Thank you for that answer. All
Definitely,
right. So what's the
definitely.
next one that we have?
So the next one, Miss B Finesse, the next secret that I've come across from these 20 years of experience is for if you're trying to gain weight. This is the sweet spot for gaining weight. Now, if you're a hard gainer like me, with a super fast metabolism, it can be very frustrating trying to put weight on. Just as frustrating as trying to lose weight for the easy gainers. So, I've tried everything, protein shakes, to eating everything in sight, lifting weights, and I just never hit that sweet spot. But I did get stronger, but it didn't show in my size. You want to not just get stronger, but look stronger too at the same time. Look what your strength is. So
Mhm.
after many years of trial and error, I finally found that sweet spot. And that sweet spot, this will work for anybody who's trying to gain muscle and anybody who's just trying to get bigger in
Okay.
general. Sweet spot for protein is, this is clinically proven too, zero point 0.8 grams of protein per pound of weight. So
Okay.
if you just round it up to 1 gram of protein, so say for instance, you're 150 pounds and you want to gain weight, your protein intake needs to be at least 150 grams of protein per day. That's the easiest way to put it. So if you really legitimately want to gain muscle and not just overall weight, you want to take in zero point 0.8 or 1 gram of protein per pound that you weigh.
Okay.
And then the sweet spot for carbohydrates to gain weight. And this is what I had a big problem with, because I didn't really understand how carbohydrates work when I was younger, like 20 years ago. But
Uh-huh.
hard gainers have to take in more carbohydrates because our metabolism is so fast. So we have to take in those carbohydrates to satisfy the energy needs of our body. So then that the protein that we take in can be used to build the muscle. Now, if you're just taking in protein and not enough carbohydrates, your body will, once you get rid of and use all the carbohydrate, your body will start using that protein as an energy source instead of using it to build the muscle. So the carbohydrate is very important. And the sweet spot for gaining weight for carbohydrate is 2 to 3 grams of carbs per pound of muscle. So again, if you weigh
Okay.
150 pounds, you want to at least double the amount of carbohydrates, so per pound. So if you weigh 150 pounds, you want to take in at least 300 carbs to cover the energy needs of your body. So you cover
Hmm.
the energy needs of your body with the carbohydrate. Now the protein won't be used as an energy source. The protein is just going to go to patching up the muscle. Because when you work
Okay.
out, you're creating micro tears in the muscle, and the protein goes to patch that muscle up, thereby building bigger and stronger muscles. So that's the sweet spot. You're trying to gain weight. You want 2 to 3 grams of carb per pound that you weigh, and you
Hmm.
want to do approximately 1 gram of protein per pound that you weigh. You stick to that ratio, you're going to
Uh-huh.
gain weight. You're going to gain weight,
Okay.
and it's
That's
going to
for
come out.
gainers, guys. These are people trying to gain weight, not the people
Yeah,
trying to lose.
yeah, because there's both ends of the spectrum.
Yes, true. That's true.
There's people out there that are just have really high metabolisms. They're like, man, what can I do? I feel so small. I feel so skinny. I want to gain
Hmm.
some muscle. I want to put some weight on my bones. So, unfortunately, most of America, 80% of Americans are overweight. So I know that that's a small demographic for people who want to gain weight, but that's for the people who really legitimately really want to gain weight and put on some size. So that's for them. That's the sweet spot for gaining weight. Now, speaking of gaining weight and exercising, I want to talk about the secret to amazing workouts, the best workouts. You know, we've all gone to the gym, and during the workout, you feel like you don't have any energy, you don't have a pump, your muscles feel flat, and you feel like you're looking in the mirror at your body, and you're not seeing any changes. And then you wake up sore the next day, and you're like, you know, what did I do this for? I don't even see anything happening, and my workouts just don't seem, they seem subpar. That's because you're not giving your body what it needs before the workout to have a successful workout. So one thing that I personally had to add to my arsenal, and I did this years ago, is a pre-workout, like a pre-workout powder. This is going to allow you, it's going to give your body what it needs in order to have an amazing workout. And in this powder, you need these two ingredients. So if you buy a pre-workout, it should be like abundant in these two ingredients. The first one is creatine. I know we've all heard about creatine, but let me break down what it does for you in your body. You take creatine before your workout, it basically increases the ATP in your muscles. ATP is your cellular energy source. So if you increase that at a cellular level, you're going to have more endurance and more power when you work out. And that's exactly what you need. So you're going to feel that pump, that drive to keep on pushing, to keep on going. You're going to do more reps, you know, when in your sets. You may even do more sets because you have the energy to do it. So you really want to push your body to the extent, to 100, not to 99. You want to push it to 100, and that creatine helps you to get that extra rep in. That extra rep might be that rep that breaks everything, and it's like, whoa, now I'm getting bigger. Because you know, sometimes we only do stuff halfway, and the weight is too light, and we're doing 30 or 40 reps. You're not doing anything to build muscle. But if you're trying to build muscle, you need more resistance, and in order to push that weight for longer and more weight, creatine helps you to do that. So make sure your pre-workout has creatine in it. And another thing that your pre-workout needs to have is citrulline. Citrulline is an amino acid, and amino acids are the building blocks of protein. But this in particular amino acid, citrulline, what it does, it helps to increase the blood flow in the muscles, which is going to provide more nutrients to the muscle as you're using it. So it's going to be able to, it's going to give you more energy and supply the nutrients that you need. Also, what citrulline is known for is it increases your pump, meaning it makes your muscles look bigger. So the more blood flow to the muscle, the bigger the muscle looks. So, you know, a lot of people go to the gym and you leave it and you feel flat. It's just because you didn't have enough blood flow to that muscle. So you want to walk into the gym, you take your pre-workout and have citrulline in it, you're going to be walking into the gym primed up and ready. Your blood flow with your blood circulation is going to be exactly where it needs to be. It's going to be primed, right where you need it to be. So when you start moving and you start lifting those weights, the blood is rushing to the muscles. The muscles are looking big and full, and they're getting all the nutrients that they need. So secret to best workout, use a pre-workout. And when you get your pre-workout, make sure it has creatine in it and make sure it has citrulline in it for your pumps. You do that, you're Gucci. Just give it 100%. That's the other prerequisite. Don't slack. Give it 100%. Push your muscles to the max while keeping good form, and you're good. Have you ever tried a pre-workout, Miss B, or do you have one that you particularly use when you work out?
Yeah, I actually have tried a pre-workout before. It was normally the protein shake that I would drink afterwards, but I'm going to tell you kind of my advice on that, Sed. As far as like when I'm working, and now that I'm hearing you explain it, it makes sense, but it's so weird for me. Not weird. It's my preference. I like to do a lot of my exercises in the morning, like right when I first wake up, and I don't like to have food in my stomach. So that's kind of the advice for me as far as even drinking a lot of anything, even a protein shake. I feel like don't want a lot of anything in my stomach when I'm exercising or running or lifting weights. So That's just me personally.
Yeah.
So I think it would be tough for me to drink a lot or do too much before a workout
Right.
unless it's midday or afternoon, because that by that time my body is cycling in whatever food or nutrients I've eaten. But I'm gonna try to get that back in because I understood exactly what you were saying when you were saying that you were actually doing all these reps, but you're not even feeling the burn. A lot of times I keep going until I actually feel like I'm sweating or I'm getting hot, because
Yeah.
personally I'm not going to just do some reps and then stop, because I know my body, when it starts getting hot, I know that it's doing something.
Yeah.
But that was a good point that you reiterated, because a lot of times we feel, if we go to the gym and we're following the motions, just kind of like you're window shopping, then you
Yeah.
feel like you did something, but you got to watch the signs of your body, and you have to notice certain specifications, which a personal trainer would tell you if you don't know.
Yeah.
But you need to learn yourself with that. But yeah, with me, I don't really like drinking too much in the morning besides water. But I'm gonna have to
Well,
try to see if that's a difference, because if I can feel that pump and that burn more, because sometimes I feel it and sometimes I don't. And if I don't, I keep going until I feel it. But if
right.
you're saying I can get it done in a shorter amount of time because of whatever needs to go on my body to do it, then I'm willing to try that, because I honestly did not know that.
Well,
So
let me
yeah,
tell you something though, Miss B. The good thing
yes.
about the pre-workouts is only about you can mix it in 4 ounces of water.
Oh,
It's
good.
not
So it doesn't have to
it's
be a
not
lot.
like
I can do
16
that.
ounces of water. It's just a
Okay.
little shot to get you going. And then you're going to notice that when you do work out, you have
Okay.
more energy. You're supplying
Yeah,
your body and your
I'm gonna
muscles
have
with
to
what they
implement that.
need. Absolutely.
Yeah, because
Absolutely.
I'm consistent with my morning workout, and I add in weights sometimes in the morning and afternoon. I try to alternate the weights so my body doesn't get used to it, and it just kind of becomes a plateau. But if I know I can do it in a small doses, I definitely will reiterate that, because just anything extra to get your body on the right mode, especially when you're starting off the day, is important. We have BGH who wanted to say hello. He says, let's get this conversation started. And then we got We Unlock Nation. They're staying green. So shout out to you, Unlock. Hopefully you're having a great day. And shout out to BGH. Hopefully you guys are both having a great day. So yeah, thank you for that. Said, because I know that sometimes especially when you're in the plateau and you're noticing and seeing things, it's just sometimes it's misinformation. It's just what you just did not know. So yeah, that's something I'm gonna definitely add, because I like to know that my body is feeling and doing what it needs to do. And if that's a way you said that definitely can help enhance it, I'm definitely going to try it. That's how I am.
Yeah, it's just like drinking a cup of coffee to wake yourself up in the morning. You don't have to drink a lot. If you drink a little bit of espresso, that's 4 ounces, but that thing will wake you up. It'll shock the central nervous system and get you going. And then you're just more productive because you have that energy. The pre-workout does that with your muscles. You're just providing your muscles what they need, the nutrients they need to work harder and to have more endurance. And like I said, 4 ounces, 4 to 6 ounces, stir it up, drink it, and then you're good to go. And then about 10 to 15 minutes into your workout, you start feeling that thing. You're like, oh man, it makes you want to work out even more. So definitely, everybody give it a try. If you've never tried a pre-workout, definitely do that. I can guarantee that you're going to see a difference in your intensity of the workout, how many reps you can do, and your strength at the same time. So definitely try that out. Now the fourth thing that I've come across, it's very basic, it's very simple, but everybody struggles with this. But my secret is simple. A lot of people struggle with appetite control. We all know that sometimes you're just hungry for no doggone reason. And
no reason at
all the time sometimes.
No reason at all. But there is a reason. That's the thing though.
There is a reason, but you just don't know it. There's always a reason to something. But for you, it's no reason. You just feel like you're hungry all the time. And if this goes unchecked, we start eating everything in sight, which is definitely obviously going to promote weight gain. Right. But the simple, most effective way to control your weight, and I've looked up everything, and I've tried everything for my clients. I've done the clinical research and study. I'm gonna tell you guys the simplest thing to add to your diet so that you are not so hungry all the time. It's fiber. A lot of us do not get enough fiber in our diet. So what fiber does, what's so amazing about fiber is it slows down our digestion, which increases, since our digestion is slowed down, we feel fuller longer. And if you feel fuller longer, then your appetite is sustained and controlled. So we want to feel fuller longer. Add the fiber, and there's plenty of ways to do this. The first way you can do it is add fiber to your water. Now you can use water or juice. What you can do
is that like Metamucil and all those different things?
There's Metamucil, but the one that I recommend is Miracle Fiber. So basically, the types of fiber that you want to add to your water that stirs in clear and bulking is a soluble fiber. So you're still getting that fiber, but it's gonna do the same thing as far as your appetite control is concerned. You're getting that fiber in your system. It's going to decrease your appetite because you're going to feel more satiated because it slows down your digestion. So one of them that you can go to Walmart and get it. It's called Miracle Fiber. It's in a white bottle with a green top, and basically it stirs in clear. And it doesn't bulk like regular, like psyllium husk fiber. It's a different type of fiber. So you put like a couple servings in there, stir it up, put it in your juice, and drink it. And drink it with your meal. And you're gonna feel more full in your meals if you just put that fiber in there. So that's one of the easiest ways to do it. If you don't want to try an appetite suppressant supplement or any of these other things, just add that fiber to your diet. Put it in your water or your juice or your drink that you're drinking as you're eating your meal, and you're going to feel fuller, and you're going to feel fuller longer because the fiber is going to help slow down the digestion of your meal. So you can do that, or you can take that same fiber and sprinkle it on your food because it doesn't have a taste to it. So that means you can take like chicken or whatever the case may be, something that doesn't have a lot of fiber in it, whatever meal that you have, and you sprinkle that clear powder on the food. And now you're adding, in effect, you're adding more fiber to your food, which it probably didn't have a lot of fiber in it. That's going to help to slow down the digestion of your food, and you're going to feel fuller longer. So that's a really simple hack that you guys can do in order to control your appetite. Have you ever tried that before, Ms. B?
You know what? As far as the fiber, I feel like I don't think I've drunk in the fiber because I don't know why I equated like Metamucil and those type of things to older people or old people. So I just never felt like it was something I regularly needed till I say roughly 10 years ago when they were doing a lot of studies and they were talking about fiber a lot. So is fiber like in like carbs and bread and stuff like that? Is there like, are they high? Is there like a high count of fiber and stuff like that? Hello? I don't know if you froze. Can you hear me, Seth? I'm not sure if you froze or not. So once again, guys, if you're just coming in, hola, ¿cómo estás? Hopefully you're having a great day today. We are in here talking about the 5 best kept secrets to building the perfect body. All right. So we just went over, we're talking about the secrets to appetite control. And first we talked about the magic ratio for weight loss. And we talked about the sweet spot for gaining weight. We also talked about the secrets to the best pre-workouts and workouts. And now we're talking about the secret to appetite control. We were talking about fiber. Looks like our specialist had clicked off, so we're going to wait on him to get back on. So once again, if you haven't, make sure you guys have liked, shared, and subscribed. Hit that like button. Also, guys, make sure if you're new, make sure that you guys subscribe. Turn on the notification bell if you haven't turned that on yet. Also, make sure that you guys are sharing because sharing is caring. And today, like I said, we are talking about the 5 best kept secrets to building the perfect body. So we're hoping that you guys got all the information. We're hoping that this is really helping everybody that is listening. We're talking about the 5 best kept secrets to building a perfect body. And if we can get our specialist back, we'll keep it going. And if not, guys, we're going to round it off because it looks like there was some technical issues going on their end. But once again, guys, we were just talking about fiber and how important fiber is to your body. you guys need to make sure, Sedrek the Inner Trainer was talking about how you can get fiber that's soluble, which means it'll dissolve very quickly in a drink or in anything that you are ingesting. He also talked about, and I never really thought about that, he talked about sprinkling the fiber on food. So that would actually be good for some people. Instead of you trying to chew or eat it, sprinkling the fiber on the food. So once again, guys, make sure if you're not getting that fiber intake in, get it in. It looks like we're getting him back. So we'll just wait a second and see if we can get him back in. But once again, guys, make sure, let's go back over them briefly for you guys. If you're just getting in, hola, como estas? We were talking about 5 of the best kept secrets to building a perfect body. We talked about the magic ratio for weight loss. We also talked about the sweet spot for gaining weight. We talked about the secret to the best workouts. Pre-workout is key. That's something I'm going to implement. If you haven't, joined the movement with me. And we are now on the secret to appetite control, where we talked about fiber. And so we got him back. So let's bring him up. All right.
Hey,
I held it down while you were gone. No, it's all good. Hey, it's life and it's live stream, and it is what it is. So here at the Finesse fam, we take it as it is because we're here to get that information. So everybody was here and we stayed. So I just reiterated the secret to appetite control. We talked about fiber, and I think you were headed to one more thing you had left that you wanted to speak on.
Yep, absolutely. One of the biggest secrets to building the perfect body that people don't put enough emphasis on is sleep. Sleep. I can't overemphasize how important sleep is, because when we don't get enough sleep, our body isn't fully able to produce the growth hormone, which we need to repair our muscles. So it doesn't do any good to be getting all of these crazy workouts in and not get enough sleep. Your body needs 6 to 8 hours worth of sleep in order to fully heal and to fully repair your body. So if you're only getting 3 to 4 hours of sleep, you're getting 50% of the gains that you want to get. And even with your weight loss, when you sleep, your metabolism is high when you sleep. If you have a high metabolism, you'll even sweat while you sleep. I sweat while I sleep a lot of times because my metabolism is so high. So your body needs to be able to reset. Your body has to reset. You can't just keep on running your body without it being able to reset. And another thing, why sleep is so important is for stress control too. At the same time, when you have a lot of stress in your body, biologically, that is akin to cortisol. Cortisol is your stress hormone. And that hormone has an affinity to hold on to body fat and water. So if you are stressed out and your cortisol levels are higher than they should be, you must get enough sleep. If you don't get enough sleep and you don't metabolize that cortisol while you're sleeping, then you're going to wake up with yesterday's stress, meaning that level of cortisol. And then now you got to deal with today's stress and situations. So that cortisol level is going to keep on getting higher and higher and higher. And like I said, cortisol has an affinity to hold on to water and body fat. So if you don't get enough sleep, you're going to put your body in a situation to where it's holding on to more water and body fat because of the stress of the day, because the cortisol hormone has not been able to metabolize itself, and your hormones are not able to be reset. You didn't give it the opportunity because you didn't give it enough sleep. So sleep is very, very important as far as building the perfect body, losing that body fat, and muscle gaining too. Your muscles grow while you sleep. That's the time that you grow the most, is while you sleep. So if you don't get enough sleep, you're just defeating the purpose of everything that you're doing as far as weight training and eating correctly, because you're not giving your body the ability to grow and to restore itself. So that sleep is a big thing. Ms. B, speaking of sleep, like have you ever worked out and then didn't get enough sleep?
Well,
and then you feel the next day.
Well, as far as working out, I feel like I'm on workout mode, even if I didn't implement that I actually do work out every day, because I'm a mom and a wife and I'm super busy and I have a business. So yes, I was looking at my watch and I was telling my husband, I definitely have to do better. I'm probably clocking about 5.5 to 6 hours of sleep. I know last week, since the last stream where you were really reiterating that,
Yeah.
my goal now is to try to go to sleep earlier. So if I do happen to wake up at a certain time, I could still get my hours in. So now from the 5, I'm getting almost 8 hours of sleep. So yeah, I'm definitely seeing that the sleep is important, especially when you do work out and you notice that there's a plateau. So
There
I've
is.
consistently lost weight, about 20 pounds now, but I
Good
noticed
for
that there's
you.
kind of a plateau. No
Yeah.
matter if I eat right, don't eat right, no matter what, it's just like up a pound, down 3 pounds, up a
Yeah.
pound. So, and I know that's the only difference
It,
because there's a lot of things that I changed in my eating
yeah.
that I just don't eat certain things anyways.
Mm.
So there can't be anything else, but that's the factor is the sleep. So
And
that's what I'm going to kind of do an analysis or kind of a test on that to see if that's really what it is for me. Because once again, I kind of not kind of I do know what to eat and what not to eat. I know how to moderate if I do eat something that is, I guess you could call it luxurious to many people. But most people in the Western world here in America, this is just regular food we eat. But you know what? I had a epiphany about when we were just talking about sleep, and we talk about those of us that are here in America or the Western world. When we equate the bad diet with the food, and obviously what's in the food, that's a whole nother stream. But just eating the wrong food, and you couple that with not getting sleep, like it's just we're just bombs. We're just atomic bombs in the waiting from pre-toddler up until we get teens, up until adults, because those two key atomic factors, not eating the right food, getting the right
yeah.
supplements, minerals, all that, and then you add on you not even letting your body rest to try to do some work to what
Yeah.
you damaged during the day. It's just it's inevitable. So I
Let
was
me
just
let me
that's
tell
the
you how important sleep is, Miss B.
uh-huh.
This is a prime example that I want to share with you and your listeners. I had
Mm-hmm.
a nurse that I was I customized an eating plan for her, and she was losing weight and losing weight. But this nurse, she was doing good, but her stress levels were really really high. Reason being, she was an administrative nurse for a big hospital down here. It's a children's hospital. It's Winnie Palmer, I think. It's hospital,
Uh-huh.
and she was her stress levels were high. She's married to, like you, got 6 kids, and then she's the administrative nurse. So she's the nurse over all the nurses in her section. So
Wow.
she everybody had to report to her. And what she
Mhm.
did, we used to wake up. She used to come off a shift, and then we hit the gym at around 8, 9 o'clock in the morning. And we
Mhm.
did it for a week, 2. At first, her body, was shocked because she was eating all the new nutrition, and she was
Okay.
losing weight, losing weight, and the weight started to taper down. So I check in with my clients. We do a check in every Saturday, tape them up, measure them up, see what the measurements are,
Mhm.
to see how we're progressing as far as weight loss and inches lost. And then there was one week, Miss B, where she didn't move an inch.
Mm.
I have the consult with my clients. I'm like, oh, so what did you eat this week? This and that, this and that. And she did everything that she did the last week, but this week she didn't. There wasn't any weight loss. There wasn't
Mhm.
anything going on. And I said, you look a little bit tired. I said, did you get any sleep? How's your sleep? How many hours of sleep have you been getting? Because she
Uh-huh.
went from the night shift to the morning, and then she was still up from that 12-hour shift, and then she worked
Mhm.
out with me. And I said, how many hours of sleep did you get? Or have you been getting this week? She was like, said, I'm averaging like 2 to 3 hours of sleep. I was like,
Mhm.
listen, Miss Carm, you can't do that. You're not giving your body enough rest at all. And you're
Yeah.
doing the most. You're a full-time nurse that's over all these nurses. You're a full-time wife. You're taking care of
Mhm.
6 kids. I said, you have to give your body sleep, period. So the
Yes.
only thing that we changed, but the only thing that I told her to do, I want you to do everything that you did last week, because what
Uh-huh.
you did was perfect. All I need you to change is I need you to get at least 6 hours of sleep this week. Don't change anything else that you did, because you did everything perfectly, but just get 6 hours of sleep this week. I said 5 to 6
Um,
to her, because 5 was a treat for her. I was like, come on,
yeah.
let's push to 6, but at least get that 5. And the next week when we did our check-in, 7 days later, she did exactly everything the same as she did the last week when she did lose the weight.
Mm-hmm.
She lost 5 pounds in that check-in just from sleep alone. That's how.
So she got 3 more hours of sleep a night?
Yep.
She went from 2 to 5 hours?
Yep.
Yeah. And I noticed that too. Honestly, that now that you just said that, I remember I was stagnant on, like, I was up a pound, I'd be down 2. And then, like, literally, I think like 2 days or 3 into it, then I start losing like the half an ounce a day, or what is it? Yeah, no, half a pound a day and then a pound. So, like, yeah, it made it. I can see now that it does make a difference. And it's so odd because it's so, we have these intricate lives. We're so busy. Some people just have high stress lives, like people that are nurses, people that are police officers, emergency, ambulance, those type of high stress jobs, or your supervisors over, companies where I'm pretty sure with her, she has to step in. So it's not that she just works her 12-hour shift. If there's nurses that don't come in or the shift is short, she's got to do double time, even in that amount of time she's there. So it's literally like she's working 20 hours in 12.
Yeah.
So it's just, but you have to, because you are necessary, you're needed here, and you matter to somebody. So we have to find ways to trim off and do what we need to do for ourselves, because that sleep said, and that sleep and not giving yourself that time to rest and will affect your mental. And that's on my end. When we're talking about the mindset and my background in education and psychology, it'll literally drive you mad because you're not feeding your body the time it needs, the rest it needs, and you're not feeding your body health-wise what it needs. Those people that aren't going on the health tip. So it's all like a triangle that just goes together. You can't have one without the other. And that's definitely why I'm doing these series with you, just kind of shifting on that edge on this channel, because I don't care if it's one person that sees this, that one person hopefully gets this and they will share it and they will implement it, because with one or two, when you're coming together, it's basically like thousands. So it's so important to tell them what they don't want to hear, right? Because people want to hear everything else salacious and whatever, but it's like you're sitting there slowly dying inside and outside because you just don't have the tools and you just don't know. Some people are just ignorant. Ignorant's not a bad word, guys. It just means I just didn't know. So now that you know, it's something in most people. When they find out what they need to know, it helps them move forward. So that's literally what I want these streams to be going forward. We are gonna still tie in where we talk about what's going on, trending and stuff like that. But this is what I feel and what the spirit has told me that is necessary for my subscribers, the people, the nation. Like, people need this information, and you need to get gut punched with it a couple times, because your health is so important. You ain't gonna be able to sit up and watch your salaciousness if you're sick, sitting in a room with some type of disease or virus, which came because you didn't eat right, you didn't take time to sleep, and your immune system was down. So, is there any? We're going to get into the closing statements because I know you have meetings and things you have to run and do. So, anything did you want to discuss as far as closing statements? I did go through and reiterate when we had kind of that downtime when you flipped out. Not flipped. I'm sorry. When it kicked you off.
When the internet flipped out.
Yeah. When the internet went on. But anyways, I did reiterate every step. I briefly talked about it. So whatever you want to add as far as the closing statements, you have the floor.
Okay, excellent. No, I just wanted to share these things with you. My best kept secrets, 5 of them that I've learned over 20 years in this industry, being a certified nutritionist and personal trainer. I spent all these years finding these things out the hard way, and also just researching and studying. And I just wanted to share those 5 tips that you could implement to build the perfect body, your ideal body. And again, it's the magic ratio for weight loss, which was 120 grams of carbohydrate and 15 grams of sugar per day. That's the ratio. You stick to that ratio, you're going to be Gucci. You're going to be able to secure weight loss on a weekly basis. The sweet spot for gaining weight, for the hard gainers out there, you need to take in 0.8 grams of protein per pound of muscle, and for the carbohydrates, you need to take in 2 to 3 times the amount of your weight in carbohydrate. Meaning, if you weigh 150 pounds, you need to take in at least 300 grams of carbohydrate per day. And if you do those two things and establish those in your eating regimen and hit those macros, you will gain weight on a weekly basis. Obviously, you still have to exercise too, but we're just talking about the nutritional aspect of the weight gain. And then the third secret was for working out in general. You want to use a pre-workout to stimulate your muscles and your nervous system so that you have more endurance. And when you pick your pre-workout, you want to have creatine, which is going to stimulate the cellular, your ATP, which is your cellular energy source, so your muscles can be more powerful and you'll have more endurance. And then you also want to have citrulline, which is going to help with the blood flow to the muscles so that your muscles can get the nutrients that they need and fill out. So you're going to have a stronger pump. You're going to feel really good after the workout. The fourth secret to building that perfect body is the appetite control. A lot of people, their appetites are everywhere. One simple thing that you can do is add more fiber to your diet. And the way that you can do that is you can use soluble fiber. You can go and get some Miracle Fiber from Walmart. It's basically a fiber that's clear. You can put a scoop or two in there, and it doesn't bulk. So you can just stir it in there, and then you can have that in your water or your juice or whatever you're drinking with your meal, and it's going to act as a fiber substitute. It's going to give you more fiber. The fiber helps your digestion to slow down, and if your digestion is slower, that means you are less hungry for longer. So it's going to act as an appetite suppressant. The fiber is the natural appetite suppressant. So that, and then the last secret to building your perfect body, your ideal body, is you got to get enough sleep.
More sleep.
You don't get enough sleep, then your body cannot reset. It cannot release the growth hormone needed to heal all of your muscles from exercise. And if you don't get enough sleep, your body doesn't have the chance to reset your hormones too and metabolize that extra hormone. Like we were talking about before, cortisol is your stress hormone. You had a stressful day and you don't get enough sleep, then you're going to wake up with yesterday's cortisol levels that are high plus today's. And again, cortisol has an affinity to hold on to water and body fat. So if we don't stabilize that cortisol level, you can be eating as clean as you want to, but your hormones are going to mess up your weight loss and mess up your journey to a perfect body, because your body's going to have an affinity to hold on to body fat and water. And we don't want that to happen. So if you get enough sleep, you're giving your body the ability to level out the hormones and release the growth hormone too as well, so that you can repair your body. So those are my 5 best kept secrets. You guys, I bore it all to you, my 20 years of experience. So if you follow those things, you can achieve your perfect body. But if you really want the opportunity to talk to somebody specifically and get something specific for your body type, for your age, for your health conditions, and for your weight loss goals, give me a call. Miss B is going to put the link down in the bottom, so you can go ahead and click on that link and book a session with me. 30-minute session. Anybody who's hearing this, is free for you. So click on it. You have nothing to lose and everything to gain. Like I said, I've been in this industry for quite a long time, and I'm sure that I can help you reach your goals. So Ms. B, I appreciate this opportunity to talk on your platform to all of your listeners. And if you guys have any questions, click on the link. Let's talk.
Hey guys, you already know we hit you with some information, some excellent tips, things that'll help you, even backed up studies we talked about on things dealing with your health, dealing with keeping your body moving, keeping you at a high state of mind, so your mindset can be focused, you can stay motivated. Your lifestyle and your life is so important, and it's so important that you know the keys and things as far as what you need to eat, how you need to equate your body, how you need to lifestyle as far as shifting and changing it. These things are key and important, right? And these are the things that are necessary to move you forward in life, for you to have balance, because it doesn't matter if you have wealth or you have anything going for you if your health isn't good, if your mindset is off, your mental health is off, right? So these are the things I'm going to keep pounding, because it's just important and it's necessary, and and it's the thing you guys need to live longer, right, guys? So once again, we talked about the 5 best kept secrets to building a perfect body. Thank you, Sedrek, for coming by, taking time out of your busy schedule, guys. Once again, thanks for liking if you have, share, make sure you subscribe, hit the notification bell, and make sure you guys have a great day.